Oh man. Like we're on a tram boat.
It do be funny that it has a connector between the boats.
Right.
It's just awkward.
Oh, it's so dark in here.
Welcome to a voyage of discovery and awareness of the richness, the diversity, the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching
This ride gives me like Jurassic Park vibes, like with the announcer.
nature. It's a new beginning.
Like,
I'm just enjoying the AC.
I know,
It's
right?
such a hot day.
It is pretty warm. I don't know how hot it is today. Oh, wait, what?
Sunlight create the diverse living systems of our planet.
Still says full HD.
Are you running out of space on your car?
Maybe. Whatever.
One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion.
I've been like letting some stuff stack up because I kind of stopped posting for a while, and I'm gonna try to get back to
Rainforests
it.
are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicine, and other elements essential to our lives.
Is this a boat or an aqua train? I can't tell.
In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil, one day becoming home to the American farm.
Oh my god. Oh, they're so cute. These things aren't cute, but they do taste good.
Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
In Japan, we're learning that by mixing leaves and other living materials into our soil, we can make farmland more fertile without the need for chemicals. Here at Epcot, we're learning to reduce the need for chemical pesticides by breeding and using natural predators, like ladybugs and wasps, to control pests. In the farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In arid regions, we're learning to produce food on desert seacoasts by developing.
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times.
This is my favorite part of the ride. All the plants, the
Funny plants. Funny plants are buttons.
5 bucks says if you put this boat in actual water, it won't be a boat
Welcome
anymore.
to our living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are
Good look at
exploring
the track there.
innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future.
There's just plants
The tropics
everywhere.
are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others
Edible
are well
flower
adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
This is actually a genuinely cool thing. I've never seen anything like it on a ride. The miracle fruit. Don't know what's so miraculous about it, but oh look, bananas. They were just talking about those. Oh, the fish farm. This is
When
also
you mention
cool.
farming, you probably don't think of fish. But fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are 3 of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around
Yum.
the world.
Catfish are so tasty.
Can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests.
They're also kind of adorable because they're so weird. What is that?
Shrimp.
Oh yeah. Weird things. Shrimp are so weird when you look at them when they're not like on a plate.
While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world.
Carolina Reaper.
Ooh. It just says extremely hot pepper on the sign. It is an extremely hot pepper.
These plants are definitely on
I
their
don't know
way
how long
up.
they linger.
Innovative growing techniques.
Yeah, and they don't really have a good flavor.
While
I don't
more
really think
efficiently
that
using
spicy
resources like
linger
water,
forever.
fertilizer, and pesticides.
I like peppers that have good flavor, and they don't have flavor.
Habaneros.
Yeah, those are great.
By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects
Eggplant.
that prey on harmful
What is the point of an
pests,
eggplant?
like aphids and flies, we are
Some people like it.
significantly reducing our
Eggplant. You never heard
reliance
of
on
eggplant
conventional
parmesan?
pesticides.
No.
We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this
Not
one
NFT.
small area.
No. Da, da, da. Disney has the ultimate NFT right here. What is happening? The boat? What? That was
It's
happening.
the jet.
Yeah. I didn't know it was
That's
jet powered.
That's that pipe is under there. Just as nozzle ever so often to keep the water flowing.
That's cool. I didn't know it was jet powered. I don't know what I thought it was powered, but powered by.
Some
But
of our best ideas
It just looks
have
like
been inspired by nature. Like
the boat's
these
like
fruit and vegetable
spraying
trees.
water out the bottom.
By
It's kinda
growing
cool.
these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look.
Lean with it, rock with it. I mean, wait, wrong place.
From our greenhouses and restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, Epcot scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants. These greenhouses represent just a fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce bountiful harvests for our growing population. Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their part to improve the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon. Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you've enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratories. If you'd like a closer look, then check out the Behind the Scenes walking tour. It's a chance for the whole family to get up close and personal with the plants and growing techniques in our laboratories.
I would like to do that one day.
I would too.
Please keep your hands and feet inside the boat and remain seated until the boat comes to a complete stop.
And that's pretty much the end of the ride.
Alright guys, thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video.